Of towing with the truck. Headed up to Michigan to go ahead and pick up a Jeep that has a blown head gasket. Basically all we're doing, I have the trailer hooked up behind me. Going to Michigan, we're going to pick up this Jeep, bring it back down, and next video or two we're going to be working on it and getting the head gasket replaced. It is my father's Jeep, so I figured I kind of have a decent understanding of how mechanic stuff works at this point in time, and we're going to see how it goes. So that's not what this video is on though. We're just going to be driving up, driving back, hopefully nice and easy with nothing crazy. Loaded up some tools in the back just in case, and I think we should be good to go. So got the 20-foot enclosed trailer behind hooked up, driving the 24 valve two-wheel drive dually, and I think we'll be having a good time. Fortunately, ran into some traffic, but enjoy the video. I think it'll be like I said. But enjoy the video, and let's go ahead and get on up there and get back home. days later since the last clip, and saw family, everything was good. Although my overdrive issue from the last towing video is definitely not gone. If anything, it's probably gotten worse. So I wasn't sure if it was the converter or the actual overdrive gears, or I'm noticing I don't really feel it in anything else but overdrive, and I'm pretty sure at this point it's probably the overdrive clutch is being shot. And then I don't know if I ever told you guys this, but my parking crawl is also shot, so it's basically another neutral, so I gotta use the e-brake. But I started looking into getting a built transmission. Now originally I was going to do it myself, however I've come to the conclusion that I don't really have the time nor the knowledge to, like, really the time to experiment around. So if I mess it up, I'm out, you know, like $2-3 grand for all the parts I need, and then still, you know, it'd be messed up and it wouldn't work. So I need this thing to tow sooner than later, so I'm looking into a couple different shops right now. Obviously there's Suncoast. Two that I'm looking at are dynamic transmissions. I've heard some pretty good stuff about on the forums, and then Randy's transmission is another one that seems to be pretty good, and I heard from a buddy of mine pointed me in their direction. So I sent emails to a couple of them to see kind of what they say and what they think about different build options. The end goal for this truck is probably about 400, you know, 375, 400 horsepower. That should put me in that 850 torque range, which is kind of what I'm after. So probably going to wind up doing HX35/40 hybrid turbo. Basically HX35 with a slightly bigger back housing from my understanding, and it kind of helps keep EGTs down, and it makes some pretty good power. And then probably 100 horsepower injectors, and then kind of call it a day. Might do a better tuner, but right now the Edge easy box that I have seems to be good enough, so we'll see how it drives without it. But I went ahead to kind of mitigate some of my slippage issues. So I really noticed it with the plus 65 horsepower tune, and it's about 180 foot-pounds of torque extra. And while it does, to my understanding, it just add more fuel to it, and it's kind of a boost fooler, so it doesn't really, yeah, torque management doesn't kick in and stuff like that, and down low and all that fun stuff. So pretty much, like I was saying, so originally I noticed it while towing, and with the boost and the tow tune is what I call it, which is the 65 horsepower one, and it was causing some problems. Well, after I drove up here, it was doing it a lot more. So usually I could get to about 17, 18 PSI, and I wouldn't notice any issues, but anything more than that, throttle-wise, it would start slipping. I'd feel like, it was hitting rumble strips almost. Like you feel a vibration throughout the truck, probably slipping the clutches. Well, after getting here, I noticed on the way up it was doing it more than usual. And then even without the trailer now, I can feel it in overdrive. If I have it on the heavy tune and actually hammer it at all, you can really feel it, especially in low RPM. So trans is pretty much, in my opinion, it's done for. Hopefully we can make it back. We got like 6 hours to go and 411 miles. I think it'll be all right. If we lose overdrive, we'll just have to go slower, but it's not the end of the world. So that's kind of where the truck is, and hopefully everything works out. But I'm just not going to beat on it too much, and we should be good to go. So I'll head back to the house. Should be there in about 6 hours, and then I'll give you an update once I'm back. Hopefully everything's all right. But yeah, so those are the transmissions I was looking at. I wanted to give you guys a heads up, and should see it hopefully pretty soon here. Whichever one has the quicker turnaround time, in all honesty, might be the deciding factor. I'm trying to do this in the next couple of weeks, and the price points are pretty similar. The stage ones stage 1 is for Randy's, which is 450 horsepower rated, and the stage 2 for dynamic is the same rating. The only difference is the dynamic one's a little more expensive, but it also comes with a triple disc, and the Randy's one comes with a single disc. So I don't know, I think both are perfectly fine for the power I'm trying to push, which really isn't that much. But yeah, we'll see what happens. So like I said, I'll see you guys when we get back to the house, and if there's any more weird updates. So we're a few miles into the drive, and it seems to be holding all right. So what I'm doing is I'm towing on the Edge box. It has 3 settings for 25, 35, and 65 horsepower. I generally tow with the 65 horsepower tune, which adds 65 horsepower, allegedly, and about 180 foot-pounds of torque. So, in an effort to keep the transmission happy, which so far seems to be working, I went ahead and dropped it down to the 25 horsepower tune. And something interesting of noting, I don't know if you guys remember last time I was saying, but on the heavy horsepower tune, heavy for this, when I smashed the gas to get increased speed, that rumbling would be accompanied by about a 200 or 300 RPM jump in RPM. Well, I thought it was because I was reading that the Cummins will, not Cummins, but the torque converter will unlock at a certain throttle position to give you more RPM, i.e. more power. Turns out that was probably it slipping through the gears, because with nothing changed with the tune and the throttle position doing what I was doing before, it doesn't jump RPM. It stays right where it's supposed to, which means I'm probably pushing through with the extra power and it's actually slipping. So just another way to confirm that it's slippage and not, you know, something else being funky. So kind of where I'm at. But once again, like I was saying, I'm just going to keep it on the low power tune and just tow back like that. And I'm actually curious to see if we see a difference in gas mileage. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So I'll see you guys hopefully probably at the next fill up, I think is what I'll do. Well, I made it back. Truck did all right. Trailer's parked in the old driveway here. So I'm going to go ahead and unload the Jeep now. Unfortunately, it does not run and drive. Right now, it has a pretty bad blown head gasket. So the way I have this set up, you can see the jack there. I'm going to go and open up the back, get a level, and see if we can get this on a slight downhill. Obviously, the driveway is uphill, so it's kind of a problem. And I'm just going to slide downhill, put the jack into the back to support it so the trailer doesn't move around and flip up. The wheels are both chalks, so they're not going anywhere. And we should be good to go. And the idea is just to basically roll it right in here. And this will be its new home until I get everything, well, changed out on the head gaskets. We'll see what else is going on. But let's go ahead and get this Jeep out of here, and I'll show you guys what it looks like for the first time you've seen it. Well, Jeep's unloaded, went pretty smoothly. So that's gonna pretty much do it for this video. Future plans right now are to get a transmission for the truck because although it's still drivable, I don't really want to tow with it anymore like that, and I need to do more towing trips in the near future. And then on top of that, I'm gonna do a head gasket on the Jeep here. The driver's side or passenger side is the one that's blown. We were trying to load it. I didn't get a video of it, but it was smoking pretty bad, and there was a cylinder full of coolant. So pretty obvious that it's a head gasket. Could be some other stuff, but we'll find out when we start tearing to it, and that's probably gonna be in the next video. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one.